like it's like the self-defense aspect of certain stuffs, because I couldn't do that with previous women. I have not been able to do that with hardly any of the women that I've been with.
Yeah.
So now she's getting like all, I want to just pump the knowledge into her. You know what I'm saying? It's like, baby, this is how you use elbows. This is where you should punch on the face.
Go for the eyes.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is how you crush somebody's throat. Like,
exactly. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's messy.
But
this is how you snatch out a heart. Like, hey.
Right.
Yeah, you can't
she
take
had
it.
a bad day.
You can take it too far sometimes.
She had a bad day the other day, and I held mitts for her, and to see like her use force.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because to me, like being in the arts for so long, body dynamics has become something of like a guilty pleasure. Like the way you can see somebody, you think they look weak, and then they put their body into a certain motion, and you get to feel the power that is just hidden in there.
Yeah.
I was like, no, my wife is strong, and like I'm lucky she don't want to be into this shit. Late, baby. But that's fun to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like now I get to increase my masculinity by showing her how she can protect herself, and now I feel better knowing that I did what I was supposed to do. And if she's ever in a situation by herself, now hopefully she knows how to protect herself, and she can say, my husband did that. My husband taught me how to rip your eyeballs out and shove them in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but to me that's a masculine thing that I want. I want to be able to do that. Now if a woman wants to be able to teach her man the same shit because she's a UFC fighter or something and he don't know nothing, that should be a right. It doesn't matter where the knowledge is coming from as long as you have it when you need it.
Yeah.
And when it comes to expressing masculinity, learning masculinity, you should be open to all avenues of who is teaching you these things, but take everything with a grain of salt. Because if you're learning masculine traits from a woman, it's not going to hit the same way as when you're learning it from another man, even if that man is not who he portrays himself to be. Sometimes it's just the face of where the knowledge is coming from that people will identify with more than the actual message itself.
Yep.
Like I said in a previous podcast, you know, my parents were separated when I was very young. My mom had 2 boys. Even though my dad was around to help, she tried to raise men.
Yeah.
So there's certain aspects that are lacking from that because she only knows from what she has seen of masculinity from the other men around her.
Yeah.
Nobody taught her masculinity. Exactly.
You only teach from the outside.
So you can only teach from the outside. So it's the same when we say we get in the ring. How do you know if a jab really works or a combo really works unless you've thrown it and successfully done it?
Exactly.
So I say all that to say is that if you are going to be learning these things, you ought to at least learn them from somebody who has been able to be in those situations and walk the walk of masculinity, but be open to other sources. Just understand that they have their own premise and experience with that shit as well.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like, and that's where a lot of what they're talking about, I'm wondering like, okay, where's this coming from? Because, you know, I've had different experiences. You know, it's like, so when they talk about like aggression and violence, is like as this, you know, this terrible thing, and it can be used, anything can be used to purpose. Like electricity can be used to light this room, or it can be used to execute you. It's like, it all depends on how you use it. It's like, I've seen violence go, you know, be very, you know, very rough, terrible, ugly thing. I've seen that, you know, I wouldn't say the worst of society because other people have seen that, but I've seen some messed up stuff. But I've also seen people using violence to protect people that they care about, people who can't protect themselves.
Right.
I've used violence to protect the other people who can't protect themselves.
Right.
You know, so seeing that and use that aggression and that assertiveness, I've used those things and I've literally used them in my own life in a way where to defend somebody who couldn't defend themselves in that same situation. If you'd taken me out and put them in, you wouldn't have got the same result. You know, it's like they would have been in major problems.
Right.
But a lot of times, just me being assertive, just me being willing to engage and be more aggressive, the violence didn't even come because of that.
Right.
Because, you know, it's like, I'm willing to get violent with you if it's necessary.
Right.
It's like, and they realize that they don't want that situation. It's like, but if you're not able to show that aggression, show that assertiveness, a lot of times violence might just find you because they know they can. It's like a lot of guys, you know, and there are guys who beat women who will not fight another man.
For sure.
Because they know that it's like, oh, I can enact violence on this woman because, you know, the whatever, she's weaker than me or whatever it may be, but won't do that with another man any day of the week because they know the consequences of that action.
Right.
Now, and it all sounds good with the whole violence and aggression and assertiveness and everything like that. But the minute something actually pops off in this world, like if war broke out right now, who are you looking for? You're not looking for the soft guy that knows how to, talk and,
You're not looking
and
to the
everything
women.
like that. Yeah, a lot of times you're not looking. Is like perfect example. It's like, you see some of these videos where where people are having a conversation and everything like that, and then all of a sudden violence pops off, and you see the group of men how they react and the group of women how they react. I'm not saying this is all the time, but they react in very different ways, and a lot of times, and you see those women back away from what's happening, and you see a lot of times if they're really guys who are on it, they start to move a little bit more towards what's happening and find out what's going on, ready to engage. It's like there's a big difference dynamic. Now before then they could be like, oh, we're equals, until that shit pops off,
right.
And then you figure out that people go back to kind of almost their base roles in a lot of ways. Right. Even women who can fight, in a lot of times don't necessarily want to fight. Like say, you and your wife, even if she can throw an amazing cross and uppercut and everything like that, some dude jumps out and tries to rob you guys.
I'm not expecting her to do it.
You're not expecting her to do it, and she's expecting you to do it.
Right.
She's not gonna be like, I got this, babe. Watch out.
Sensei, go.
It's like that's not the expectation. A natural balance goes, and you're
right,
back, forward.
Right.
And you can say that doesn't happen all you want to. But if you have never seen it in real life, shut up. Just shut up. Is if you've never seen this actually play out in real life and these dynamics play out in real life, then you shouldn't be fucking talking.
Yeah.
In my mind, you're talking about some shit that you don't know about. You're talking about something that's in a book, something that sounds good when you talk about it on this level with words that a lot of people can't even fucking pronounce. That you need a dictionary to find out terms that we haven't even heard of ever.
What was it? Prostructive?
Yeah, so that first time I ever heard that word. But but it's very easy to be talking about this thing on this intellectual, ethereal level. But in the base reality with things, even to the destructive thing,